I guess the theme of today is uncertainty, in a real sense. There's just remaining frustrating, kind of fist-shaking levels of uncertainty about all these different things going on. And if you're frustrated, we are with you as well. Welcome back to Closing the Social Distance. We start with some sad news today. The father of our pastor, Father Andre Joseph Lacoste, passed away the other day, as you may have heard already. Please do join us in praying for the repose of Arthur Lacoste and for the consolation of the whole Lacoste family. Father Andre Joseph is heading out to Maine, I believe, in order to be able to bury his father. And
he should certainly be there by the time you all are able to see this.
Yes. So it's difficult news. He lost his mother.
It was a year ago, December.
Yep. So and now his father has gone to his rest, and so it's a painful time, I'm sure, for him and for the whole Lacoste family. So please do join us in praying for them, both the repose of Arthur and also the consolation of the whole family.
And the church, I think, was so much a part of their lives that the timing of this, when you can't have the large, massive Christian burial, that just has to hit. Also, 15 months after, or 16 months after their mom's death. This is just
no, it's very hard, and so. Yeah, you feel there would always be sorrow in this kind of event, but in an added way because of the circumstances and the alienation that this pandemic has caused. Mm-hmm. And perhaps continuing the bad news, you likely have seen the news from the Archbishop and all the Catholic bishops of Ohio, which is that the suspension of public masses will be extended all the way through May 29th. So that's pretty much for another month. And I admit I was a little surprised because I was hopeful that it might.
I thought we were going to ease kind of back into things. But I think they're looking at it as wanting to be able to come back for real when we do.
Yeah.
And wanting to have better information by the time we decide these things.
It's true. And there is a real danger involved during this kind of delicate move from a strict lockdown to having things be more open. And the governor's outlined his plan for reopening Ohio and what that involves, the extension of non-essential business, of loosening some of these things, but also maintaining social distancing and wearing masks and doing all of that. So here we now also have to mourn other events that will be at least changed or pushed further into the future. Confirmations, First Holy Communions. We're still waiting for how this will work out for our RCIA candidates and catechumens, because right now, so presuming there's not another extension, this would mean the resumption of public masses could be on Pentecost, the 30th and the 31st of May. It's still up in the air. We don't know, but that would be the beginning of public masses and the present projection.
And the bishops chose that rather intentionally because I think their hope is to be able to have a grand return at Pentecost, but they aren't committing to that because we just don't know what the environment is going to be like then.
Yeah. I guess the theme of today is uncertainty, in a real sense. There's just remaining frustrating, kind of fist-shaking levels of uncertainty about all these different things going on. And if you're frustrated, we are with you as well.
And if I may pile on with something that you may not know yet, but because now is the time we have to sign all of our commitments, we won't be able to have the full parish festival in June anymore.
Well, I'm not shocked given what the governor's statement about fairs and festivals was, but that is depressing news. Gosh, we're really hitting it today, folks. No wonder people will want to keep rewatching this video just for a booster of all sorts of happy news. Thank goodness there's chocolate milk in the midst of all of this, because otherwise it would just be too depressing.
I do want to say that there's something hopeful in all of these. That these are not things. The important parts of all of these things is going to take place. The RCI candidates will be admitted to the church. When that happens and how that happens is undetermined. We will confirm the 8th graders. Who and when and where, that's not determined, but that will happen. Our 2nd graders will receive First Communion. We don't know when or how yet. And although we may not have the full festival, we are going to have at least a significant portion of it, the dinner and the auction and all those things at whatever time it is that we're able to resume those gatherings. Because by the time we're able to do gatherings again, we're going to want to have something.
Absolutely. Well, a consolation in the midst of all of this is that even as we mourn death, we mourn events that are postponed or delayed or changed, we mourn uncertainty and the kind of loss of control and the frustrations that involve, we can celebrate one thing, and that is the birthday of our very own temporary administrator and sub-prior, Father Clement. So I say cheers to you.
Happy birthday to me.
Perfectly mopey and perfectly somber on this, his natal day. So cheers to that.
And please join us tonight for the praying of the Rosary at 9 p.m. We're not going to have some kind of big online event, but we'll be doing it, and we encourage you to do it at the same time. You can see yesterday's video for more information about that.
Absolutely. And I think that there's one other thing that we have to mourn, which is that all of this puts a damper on the ongoing octave of my birthday, which is really of grave concern, I think. And I know it's probably been worrying you, but I want to let you know I'm okay, and I'm getting through it as best I can.
So am I the transfiguration to your St. Dominic?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure seeing you again today. I wish I could say we'd have you back in church as soon as we would want, but it looks like it'll be a little bit longer. In the meantime, though, know that we keep offering the Mass. We keep offering you at the altar in our hearts and in our intentions, and we hope that you are remembering us in your prayers. And on behalf of the birthday boy himself and all of us here, we wish you well during this Easter season. A strange one, but one in which God's grace is still at work. So, cheers to you, and we'll talk to you soon on Closing the Social Distance. Happy birthday anyway.
36.
Over the hill, man. But at least we're both 30-somethings now.